We're on? Can you hear me? Are we live right now? All right. Hey, welcome in, Braves fans. We sincerely apologize. Mindy's working her tail off trying to get this thing to work going on, but we are live coming from Humboldt, Kansas for Game 11 in the sectional round of the 2A playoffs. Your Council Grove Braves will take on the Humboldt Cubs. Want to wish both the teams the best of luck tonight. We are streaming on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT. We still got a good video connection too here, Mindy. Hey, audio and video tonight. Just work with us here. Again, I'd like to introduce a familiar person. I already mentioned her name once. Mindy Anders, trying to feverishly keep things a-rolling here. Due to a little bit of an audio issue, Coach's show will not be, the remainder of it will not be played, and we're just going to shift gears and get right into it. We do have about 10 minutes before game time. If we do have to break away, that'll be due to the national anthem, but we're going to get set and ready to roll here. Kind of set the stage for you. Council Grove, as you remember, is coming in as the 13th seed against Humboldt, the number 1 seed. With a win tonight, the Braves would either play the winner of Nemaha Central or Osage City, and that game is occurring tonight at Osage City. In other 2A action tonight, Southeast of Saline will host Hoisington. Garden Plain will play host to Beloit. After tonight, the winners will be in the Final Four, one step closer to that all-elusive state championship game taking place in Hutchinson, Kansas. Got to shift gears here and give you some updates as far as stats are concerned with your Council Grove Braves on the offensive side. First of all, starting sophomore quarterback Luke Stewart with 1,416 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Ace Monahan eclipsed the 1,000-yard rushing total, 1,134 yards on the ground, 19 touchdowns. Senior Kay Goodell coming off his huge touchdown performance last week, up to his total just shy of 400 yards, 5 TDs. Blaze French with 149 yards and 2 TDs. Your receiving leaders, Landon Doty with 494 and 3 TDs. Mason Samuels, 374 and 6 TDs. Cade Goodell with 214 and 2 TDs. Levi Waring with 135, 3 TDs. And Ace Monahan with 104 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Landon Doty with 80. Hayden Buttrey with 70. David McDiffett with 65. Reed Buttrey 59. Bradley Dornbos 55. And Holden Ziegler with 46. Your interception leaders, Blaze French, after the huge performance last week, is up to his total to 6. Caden Schmidt with 3. Dylan Ellison with 2. Landon Doty with 2. And 4 others have at least 1. Sack leaders, Ace Monahan with 6.5. Landon Doty with 4.5. Holden Ziegler with 3.5. Bradley Dornbos with 3. Finn Gant with 2. And 5 others have at least 1. Your Council Grove Braves are going to again be taking on the Humboldt Cubs. Humboldt comes in as the 1 seed with a 10-0 record, having defeated Eureka in the first round and last week beating Riverton. Some common opponent would be Caney Valley. That's the only one. They beat Caney Valley the first game of the season, 28-12, right here in Humboldt, the very first game of the season. Braves, again, as you remember, beat Caney 35-14. Some stats and players for you guys to keep an eye on tonight, and it all starts with number 3, quarterback senior Blake Ellis, 1,126 yards, 13 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. And on the rushing side, Blake Ellis with 1,332 yards and 30 touchdowns on the season. Other rushing leaders, number 2, Mason Sterling, 885 yards and 4 TDs. Number 15, Cole Mathis, 787 and 8. Receiving leaders, number 2, Mason Sterling, 364 and 5. Number 13, Jacob Harrington, 231 and 2. Logan Page, 181 and 1. And number 15 again, Cole Mathis, 141 yards and 4 TDs. Their defensive leaders are led by number 54, Kyler Isbell, with 69 tackles. Number 2, Mason Sterling with 58. And number 20, Ty Shaughnessy with 56. Current temperature here is going to be in the mid-50s, kind of probably go down to the lower 50s. The wind, the field, as you're watching, is the south end is to your right, north end is to the left. Southeast wind blowing from the southeast corner of the end zone, kind of across the field. It will get affected a little bit, or will have an effect tonight, both on the passing game and the kicking game tonight. Before we get any farther, we do have about 6 minutes before we kick this thing off. I'm going to shift it over to Jason. Get this thing going here tonight.
Yeah, if you can tell from the mics, the wind's blowing pretty good. Where we're positioned up by the press box, you're going to get a little bit of wind. I can hear it, so I know you can hear it on the microphone. The flags are standing straight out of the southeast. We got a full moon, and I don't think anybody is overlooking the historic significance of this football game. Council Grove's never played in the third round of the playoffs. We've gone back and we've looked, we've crunched numbers, we've looked at stats, a little bit of a history lesson. Council Grove started playing football in 1895. They were voted in 1910 the state champions by vote. There was no playoff system while they were building the Titanic, I think. And since the playoff system in the 60s, Council Grove's never made it to this third round. So historically, we're talking about a big-time football game. We're on the road at a beautiful facility. This team, like Justin said, they're 10-0. Humboldt has played a couple really good football teams. We've got one common opponent. Both teams coming in here, obviously looking to extend their playoff life. So as Council Grove's running onto the field right now, we're going to get ready. Looks like we got about 5 minutes on the clock. They're gonna line up probably to do the national anthem here in a minute. We will take a break for the national anthem and come back right before the coin toss.
All right, thank you, Jason. You're listening to the pregame show on the Flint Hills Life Channel and TCT.
The Douche. The family and create some memories at Grove Gardens. Supporting all of our Braves teams. Let's go Braves. The Becura Family Automotive Shop has you covered from oil changes to tire alignment to engine repair. The team has many years of experience to keep you on the road. If you find yourself in need of a tow truck, just give them a call at 620-767-2198. The H&R Block tax professionals are here to meet all your tax needs. Let these experts give you a peace of mind. Call and place an appointment with them today. You can find them located at 316 West Main in Council Grove. Need help navigating the real estate market? Give a local Council Grove Realty or Lakeside Property Realtor a call today. They are members of the Flint Hills Association of Realtors assisting in residential, commercial, and ag sales. Visit cglakeside.net or councilgroverealty.com and see what a local realtor can do for you.
Steve Crichton is your local State Farm agent in Council Grove with a mission to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Steve offers many types of insurance including auto, home, life, and health. Find him downtown Council Grove or find him online at stevecrichton.com. He and his team always are supporting our Braves.
Shortstop in Council Grove is a proud supporter of the Council Grove Braves. They provide the convenience you need and the service you deserve. With easy to pay at the pump gas and diesel and great deals inside, you can't go wrong. Be sure to pick up a delicious pizza before or after the game. They hope to see you in one of their many locations in eastern Kansas. Let's go Braves!
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Got a couple minutes before we kick this thing off here in Humboldt, Kansas. Jason mentioned the significance about this football game tonight, and I tell you what, we talked about it on the way here, how we had a few games. You know, we had the St. Mary's Anomaly game, and we had the Osage City game that was lost in the last 9 seconds, the first round of Silver Lake having that crazy fourth quarter. But since that crazy fourth quarter at Silver Lake, it's almost like that moment in the season for the team, the coaches, the community completely changed and flipped on its head, and they're playing the best football they have all season long. And to be honest with you, maybe the best football of these seniors' career. Got the coin toss out, getting ready to go here. Your senior captains, number 7, Braun Fry, number 70, AJ, number 12, Landon Doty, and who's on that left side, Jason?
Buttrey.
Hayden Buttrey. For the Humboldt Cubs, number 3, Blake Ellis, number 13, Jacob Harrington, number 54, Kyler Isbell, and number 15, and that would be Cole Mathis. So here we go. Officials just tossing the coin right now. Council Grove, being the visiting team, will get a cullet. Having trouble picking up the coin, I guess. And I believe he's looking at Humboldt. Now he's looking at Council Grove. So we're going to switch ends, and we're going to see what's going to happen here. It looks like Humboldt has won the toss, and they are going to receive it. So Council Grove will have the wind and be kicking off, so we'll get to see that defense to start the game,
yeah,
Jason.
we talked about this on the way here. We talked about how we personally, for selfish reasons, would love to see this defense right off the bat. We know the tone is set with this football team on the defensive side of the ball. Council Grove, when they get started well defensively, when they make big plays, they get 3 and outs. They shift field position. 5 turnovers last week. It's a completely different football game. So getting to kick this thing away, kind of a blessing. We got to pick the wind. We got the wind at our back in the first quarter here. So Council Grove will kick it away to Humboldt to start this thing. I've been nervous as a cat all day about this thing. This is almost emotional experience to be playing in the third round in this facility with a chance to move into the Final Four. The Braves will kick it away. I could tell by the looks on their faces. I stood on the sideline and watched them warm up. This is a business trip. You can tell by the look in their eye. This is a business trip. I think the team in white wants to come and show what they got and play some defense out here and really set the tone.
All right, thank you, Jason, and again, thank you, Mindy. Thank you to Humboldt High School for allowing us to broadcast the game to you tonight back in Council Grove or wherever you're listening across the state of Kansas and across the United States. Just kind of an FYI. The speaker system at this beautiful facility, you've got a brand new turf field, brand new bleachers, brand new softball, baseball complex, and the speaker system is really, really, really good, and we are set up.
It was right above our head.
We're set up shop in the bleachers, so here we go. Kick is away. It's a good one. It's going to be returned by the 10-yard line on that far side. Here comes Bradley Dornbos, misses him. Ball's loose on the ground, but recovered by Humboldt. So we're about 6 seconds in, and we almost had our first big play of the game.
Bradley kind of overran him. I think Finn Gant may have knocked the ball loose over there, but Humboldt able to jump back on it. The ball's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. Braves will run that defense out there, and what we saw last week in that driving rain will not be what we see here. Conditions are almost perfect, mid-50s. There is a little bit of wind, but we're not dealing with the rain, the slick ball, a lot of the conditions from last week. So this is anybody's guess. It's a coin flip. It's 0-0. Let's go.
All right, going to have trips to the far side, Twins here to the near side. Empty backfield for senior quarterback Blake Ellis here to start the contest. Got a man in motion, and that is Mathis going to settle in the slot. Going to be a QB keeper here on the near side, and he is going to be hit. Breaks one tackle, doesn't get away from the second one. Good job there by number 12, Landon Doty, and picks up about 1 yard on that play.
Yeah, Monahan gets in the backfield, and I'll tell you what, that right there, stringing that out, not giving but a half a yard, is what the Council Grove defense does. Make it very difficult to run the ball.
All right, going to have twins to the far side, one single split here. Going to have 3 in the backfield is Ellis. Council Grove going to have their ears pinned back here. Showing a lot of patience here. Play clock down to 10. Going to be a handoff. Mathis inside, and he is dumped immediately, falls forward, picks up 2 or 3 there. Did you see who made that tackle, Jason?
I did not. Several white jerseys in there, but gets tripped up. 3rd down and 5. Say it every week. Huge third down.
Huge third down.
Love to see the punter.
All right, and it looks like Humboldt is not going to huddle. They got the risk coaches. Going to have twins to the far side, twins here to the near side. One single split back is going to be Mathis. Ellis claps his hands. Going to be an option that far side. Nobody's out there, and he's going to be dropped, though. What a closing tackle by Landon Doty. I thought he was going to get that edge, and Landon Doty just put on the Jets.
Yeah, Landon Doty showing the speed on the edge, not giving it up. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We'll see if Humboldt is going to bring their punter out here at the 40-yard line. This would be early. I would think a little bit of a gamble to not punt it away, but hey, it's playoff football. We're in uncharted waters.
All right, here, 4th and 2 from their own 40-yard line. Ellis looks like he's going to go ahead and go for it, or maybe try to go with the hard count. Braves need to stand tough here. Big decision here by Humboldt. He's going to go for it. Ellis going to call his own number. Breaks through. He could go 40, 30, 20. Blaze French tries to chase him down. Touchdown. So on a 4th and 2, we're questioning whether or not they should go for it, and Blake Ellis rips off a 60-yard touchdown run.
And how often in football do you see that happen where the defense is anticipating a play to pick up the 2 yards? They're looking at different keys, and somebody rips through the line and is able to jump through there when you've got everybody sucked up to the line of scrimmage. So big play by Humboldt here early. There's 9:52 to go, first quarter, and they run a long one, 59 yards?
Yeah, I'm calling it 60 on the score sheet. Way too long.
We'll call it 60 yards to pay dirt, and they jump out to an early lead.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Looks like number 2, Mason Sterling, in at quarterback. Look like he's going to try to go for the option, and he's going to be stopped for a second, and we're going to have a flag coming in late.
Yep, everybody threw a flag, so I'm not sure what they saw, but they all saw it.
We have to wait and get the indication from the official here. Still having some discussion there in the end zone. It's going to be face mask on Council Grove, so they are going to go ahead and go half the distance goal and retry the down. So half the distance of the goal is essentially ball sitting on the 1 yard line.
Council Grove not able to not get their hands on the face mask. He came in a little high there. Half the distance. They'll retry the 2-point conversion. Not exactly how Council Grove drew it up to start here.
No, I mean, you had 3 great plays to start, and then all of a sudden decided to rip one off. And again, you definitely see why that kid has scored 30 touchdowns on the season. QB keeper Sterling, and he's going to go right into the end zone. Good block there on that left side. So 9:52 left here in the sectional playoffs in Humboldt. Humboldt 8. Braves 0. You're listening to Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
Results you deserve. Contact Matt at 785-826-0995. The Apothecary is located downtown Council Grove, is here to serve you for all your pharmacy needs. Their staff is friendly and knowledgeable. The Apothecary accepts most prescription insurance plans, offers free mailing and delivery, as well as a convenient drive-thru. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The service you deserve from the people who care. Let's go, Braves!
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. So, have to see. One thing I'm going to remind you, for those of you that have tuned in the last couple years when we played Humboldt, they have a tendency to onside kick every single kickoff. I went back and watched some game film, and I failed to mention that in the pregame, but they have no problem doing it. So it looks like you've got Reed Buttrey, Mason Samuels, A.J. Peterson, and some of your hand squad, and Hayden Buttrey up front, anticipating this, and the way they've got the football set on the tee, it looks like it's coming. So your front 5 and possibly that second wave of 3 need to secure the football, because if you secure it, you're going to get great field position. So here we go. Kind of an odd way to do it, but they are going to go ahead and kick it deep. I'm a liar. Blaze French is going to let that thing go out of bounds, which is a good decision. Braves will get it at the 35. So
Still get good field position. Get it at the 35-yard line. Braves run that offense out there. We've seen at times all season where there's been a big play, a couple big plays early. Braves defense will adjust. I think we maybe got caught a little bit everybody too close to the line of scrimmage. They went after our aggressiveness for sure on that play. So 9:52 to go, and Braves will have the first possession.
All right, Levi Waring split to the far side. Doty down here to the bottom of your screen. Luke Stewart has Cade Goodell to his right. Ace Monahan to his left. It's going to be a handoff to Ace Monahan, and he's going to be dumped. And maybe a gain of about a half a yard. It's a good penetration up front there by the defensive front of Humboldt. It's going to bring up a second down and long.
Yep, Braves not able to catch that first man through. He gets Ace around the ankles and gets him to the ground, so short gain, maybe picked up maybe a foot. Clock running here. Braves being deliberate.
And that tackle on that last play, number 15, Cole Mathis. So here we go. Second down and long for the Braves. Stewart claps his hands, trying to go in with the hard count. Going to be another play over there on the far side. Monahan's got a little bit of room, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's just dragging defenders all the way out to about the 45-yard line in Humboldt territory. But, oh, my gosh, there's a flag.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Holding the indication against the Braves.
Flag thrown on the play. Ran it off the left edge. Looked like he had a lot of room to run through there. Might have been a reason.
So Council Grove gives up the huge play there on 4th and 2. Really no gain there on second down, and then they have a big play, but it's going to be called back due to a holding penalty, so it's going to bring up second down and 20. So, all right, we had two massive plays here that really kind of went against us. Time to buckle down and get her done.
Yep, it's not starting the way you want to. You got to shake this off. Braves looking for a big play here.
Split backs for Stewart. Claps his hands. Going to be a play-action pass over there to Mason Samuels. Mason Samuels set his feet in the ground, but good form tackling, and he is going to be able to pick up about 6. Going to bring up third down at about 14. Almost looked like if he would have kept going after that, he might have got the edge.
I think if you talk to Mason right now, he'd say, man, I should have went to the boundary, because he turned back into the teeth of that defense, and there was room out there to the boundary. Don't have a good feel for the speed of that defensive backfield, but it looks to be pretty solid.
All right, here we go. Third down and 13. Sophomore quarterback's going to have twins here to the bottom, twins at the top. Normal 5-step drop, looking pass comes here to Hayden Buttrey. Makes a man miss, doesn't make another man miss. Drags himself out to about the 37, 38-yard line. Going to be short of the yard to gain. Going to bring up fourth down. Looks like the punt team is coming onto the field.
Yep, Coach Hayes going to play field position here early. 8:02 clock running, first quarter. Braves down at 8-0. They'll bring number 4 will be out there. Ace Monahan is the punter.
Sterling deep to receive for the Cubs.
Number 2, Mason Sterling, set back to return. He was the one that returned the kickoff to start. Punt, gets it away, and it's going to be a fair caught by Sterling, and he gathers it in at the 32-yard line. So second possession incoming for Humboldt. And like to say, we mentioned you had a basically QB keeper around the far edge. Did a great job there by Landon Doty. Stopped him for maybe one gain. You had Mathis on about a 2 or 3 yard carry. Brought up a 4th and 2, and then Humboldt did the job here. So again, game of adjustments here.
Yep, it's a game of adjustments. We'll see what Council Grove coaching staff does with that defense, how we play those safeties. We floated them back before the ball was snapped last week in that rain, trying to move them at the last second. So we'll see what adjustments we made.
Ellis, handoff inside, and he is dropped immediately, and that carry goes to Mason Sterling. Picks up 2 on that play.
Brings up second down and
2 yards. Looked like maybe Hutchison tripped him up. I'm not sure who got an arm there. In there he kind of stumbled forward for a couple yards, so good play by that defensive front. The strength of that Braves defense has been the defensive front for the last several weeks, playing really well, letting those linebackers tee off. So
twins to the far side. Ellis got a man in motion. That's Mathis, and we're going to have movement up front, and maybe this is a break Council Grove needs. Put Humboldt behind the chains here. Yep, false start on Humboldt. So was 2nd and 8. Now it'll be 2nd and 13. So avoid the big play here. Limit their big plays, and obviously, and I know Coach Reddick, defensive coordinator, talked about this, but considering you see the ability and the speed by Ellis, number 3, the quarterback, kind of makes you wonder if there's one person designated on the other side of the line of scrimmage on white that's kind of basically his spy. Wherever he goes, they go.
I think it's probably Doty or Dornbos, and Dornbos seems to be planted in the middle looking right at him so far in this game.
Mathis with a little bit of a counter, breaks one tackle, tries to push himself forward, and he will gain very, very little. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 12. So initial contact would have been about a 3-yard loss, but we'll take it. 1-yard gain here is going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Clock winding here. 6:43 left to play, quarter number 1.
And again, huge 3rd down. This is 3rd and 12. I'd like to drop them where they stand, or maybe even lose a few more yards and see if you can find that punter on the sidelines. But Council Grove defense standing up here. Need a big play.
Trips here to the near side. Ellis has one running back to his left, one split to the far side. Ellis, 3-step drop, looking plenty of time, steps up, and he is going to be dropped. What a play there by Holden Ziegler and Ace Monahan in on it. And I'm guessing, Jason, after that big loss, pushing them all the way back to the 25-yard line, we might need to see the punter.
Yeah, probably going to punt this one. This isn't 4th and 2. So with 6 minutes to play, clock running, Humboldt brings their punter out. Braves defense does what we expected, stands up, made some adjustments there, not giving much room, getting good pass rush.
Landed Doty and Ace Monahan set back deep. See how the ball gets affected into the wind here. Does keep it low. They're going to go ahead and stay away from it. Takes a Council Grove bounce back to a Humboldt bounce. And Council Grove will have great field position, set up shop on the Humboldt side of the field at the 47. They're going to give them the 46-yard line. Far hash. So here we go, second possession for the Braves. Got a little something going in the passing game. Like to see them get that run game established here on the second drive.
That hold just completely takes you out of sequence with the possession. Couldn't come back from that. Had to punt, had to play some field position, and the net gain of about 20 yards on the field position game with the defense.
All right, here we go. One split to the far, one split to the near. Going to be a handoff here to Ace Monahan on this left side. Sees a little bit of room and just shoves his way forward. So, hey, I like that. Pick up about 8.5 on first down.
Yeah, we've seen Ace be able to get that 4, 6, 8 yards on first down. If the Braves can establish that line of scrimmage and run the ball like that, I'd like to see a whole lot of that.
Absolutely.
That leads to first downs.
As the Braves huddle up here, and we've got a couple seconds to talk about this, plant a seed in your mind while this play happens. It is too quiet. Do you think there is about 2,000 Braves and Cub fans that are just so nervous they can't cheer because it is eerily too quiet? Handoff right side. Ace Monahan steps himself in, shifts his way forward. Braves got their first down. Great blocking on that right side over there by the Council Grove offensive line.
Yep. Monahan right, Monahan left, first down, and Ace able to pick it up. And like he's done all year, he's really able to pick his way through there. Good blocking up front by that Braves offensive line. And I think both teams trying to feel themselves out and see who's got control of that line of scrimmage right now.
Absolutely. Far side split out's going to be Doty. Near side here's going to be Waring. Split backs for Luke Stewart. Looks like Ace Monahan is going to be the quarterback, or excuse me, not. Cade Goodell bounces off of one tackler, gets himself forward, spins his way down to about the 34-yard line. Positive gain on that play. I apologize. That was Luke Stewart on that. So on that quarterback, Cade Goodell on to the carry. Picks up 2.
Yep, a little change of pace. Getting Goodell on the edge. You never know what Coach Hayes is going to call here. Trying to keep everybody off balance. Braves in the passing game last week, even in that driving rain, going east at Silver Lake, back into the rain. They were willing to throw the ball, so you just never know. And I'm sure Humboldt is aware that the playbook's wide open.
Same split formation. Stewart claps his hand, going with a hard count. Monahan up the middle, pushes and shoves his way forward, is able to get positive yards inside the 30. Humboldt fans and players and coaching staff thought we had a little bit of movement up front. I didn't see it. I'm sure they probably was because they must have saw it.
I'm not sure if somebody rocked or somebody was chewing gum or what happened, but, yeah, no flag on the play. It's going to bring up – the ball's inside the 30. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4, probably in 4-down territory. So Braves looking – hopefully they can get it all. They're looking to get a little closer to the marker. I'm sure they got 2 plays to get 4 here.
All right, here we go. Luke Stewart going to be a lead play handoff inside. Ace Monahan bounces around to the outside. 25, get to the edge. What a block! 20.
Oh my goodness.
And they're going to call that on a blind. That's a great block. Had his head in front, but I'm going to think they're going to call a blindside block.
Called by the coaching staff. That was a great block.
Really, and honestly, Jason, it's probably legal in the eyes of the rules book, but really didn't even need that block. Ace had the edge anyway.
Yep. He already had the edge on the play.
So we'll have to wait and see what the call is. And after each one of these, we had the face mask and now this one. And we're having a team bonding experience with the officials trying to figure out the call. Maybe they're, here we go. Yep, blindside block.
Blindside block, the indication against the Braves.
So I'd be kind of curious to see where it happened. Are they going to give us the first down, or is that a...
Happened at the 23-yard line.
So we already had the first down. So do we get the first down, or we not get the first down?
Because it almost looks like, did they go? No, they're not. They're not.
Foul brings up 3rd down and 12.
So a huge holding penalty in drive number 1 and a huge blindside block in a drive that we really had a ton of momentum. So this changes the play calling a little bit. Stewart going to go ahead and tuck it and run. Got a little bit of room. Makes a great move. 25, 20. Dives forward. What a run by Luke Stewart. His longest run of his career.
What a play call by Coach Hayes. I don't think anybody saw that coming. You
Nope.
thought the ball was going in the air.
What a play. And just literally you had Humboldt secondary and their linebackers dropping back thinking that it was just going to be an automatic pass play. And literally Luke just had to pick his way through the 3 down rushing linemen. What a play by the sophomore.
Yep, Council Grove engaged on all the blocks, and he just kind of picked his way through there. Then not able to get off their block to get a hand on him, and Luke showing some of that quickness. He's put that on film that he will keep the ball, and that's kind of changed some of the defensive philosophy.
Here we go, lead play. Ace Monahan waiting for the good drive there to punch things ahead here, waiting for the blockers, and then running over a guy at the last minute. Picks up about 3, going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7.
Monahan picking up 3. We like to see these 3-4 yard play. Clock running, minute 54 to go, first quarter. So Braves sustaining this drive even with a couple flags, able to control the clock, control the ball. You'd really like to see this thing in the end zone.
Absolutely. 1 split far, 1 split near. Stewart going to be a handoff. Ace Monahan around that right side. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks another tackle. Tries to break a 3rd and a 4th tackle, but he will not be able to, and it's going to be no gain on the play. 3rd down and 7. Clock winding here near the 120 mark of quarter number 1.
Yep, clock running in 4 down territory. Braves wanting to keep this going, get this in the end zone. You need to pick up part of it here. Give you something manageable. Ball spotted inside the 15.
You know, it's crazy to think about. Ace ripped off 2 huge plays, and one of them was a touchdown that got called back, and the other one was a 30-yard gain that got called back. So Braves need to put together something, keep this thing clean. Here we go. Going to be a play-action pass. Stewart looking pass is going to be short, intended for Levi Waring, but Luke Stewart under a ton of pressure here. The moment that he got the snap, had a lot of black jersey right in his face.
Yeah, he didn't really get a chance to set his feet because Waring kind of spun out and he was open as he come out of his route, but Luke not able to get anything on the throw. Ball falls harmlessly to the ground just short of the goal line. So 54 seconds here. Clock stopped on the incompletion. This is 4th down.
All right, here we go. Twins here to the bottom of your screen. Twins to the top of your screen. Kate Goodell as the personal protector for Stewart. Stewart, 5-step drop, looking pass over the middle. It's caught. Caught by Landon Doty. Spins. Get in there.
He drove his legs, man, so strong at the goal line. Looked like he got in, but I think they're going to spot him at the half-yard line.
So a huge pickup on 4th and 7. What a strike by Luke Stewart to Landon Doty, and from our vantage point, it almost looks like the football's in the end zone, Jason, but here, 1st and goal from the half-inch line.
Yeah, it's about 4 inches outside of the end zone, and Landon Doty had that ball embedded in his chest between the 1 and the 2. Luke Stewart throws a strike, and Braves will line up to try to force this in.
All right, here we go. It's going to be a handoff.
Kate
Goodell, touchdown. Touchdown, Council Grove. Touchdown, Kate Goodell gets on the scoreboard here with 24 seconds left to play. And one thing that we talked about on the way here, the ever elusive 2-point conversion here to tie this game up. So obviously you had an entire week to look at the defensive front and the defensive setup of Humboldt. Maybe the coaching staff saw something, some little wrinkle, some Andy Reid's super special play that they did in the Army game in 1942.
I bet they don't run a jet sweep.
Jet sweep? No. So I think Coach Hayes, recognizing how important this two-point conversion is, he's going to talk about it, and we're going to get some sponsor time. We're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative legacy now spans over 84 years. Their commitment to providing reliable, affordable, and safe electrical power to its members has never been stronger. As a cooperative, the safety and welfare of the members is always the #1 priority. The Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative is proud to support its Braves athletes. Go Braves! For over 100 years, Citizen State Bank has gone the extra mile for its customers, providing big bank amenities while knowing their customers by their first name. Stop in today at any of their 7 locations or check out their services online at extramilebank.com. Morris County Hospital has served its residents for 71 years with state-of-the-art equipment and emergency services. MCH takes great pride in serving the healthcare needs of our community. Find out more.
All right, welcome back. Braves fans, thank you, Mindy. Point after try here for the Council Grove Braves. One split here to the bottom is Levi Waring. One split to the top is Landon Doty. It's like you got Ace Monahan in at quarterback. Split backs for Monahan. Aiden Butcher to his left. It's going to be a keeper there on that left side. Get in there. And he did. Cade Goodell gets in on that left side. We weren't sure, but holy moly, we are tied.
Look at that leg drive.
Kid, just his legs still kicking.
Yeah, he was churning them at the 1 yard line where he was hit to get that thing in, and that's a huge play to tie this ball game up. So we're going to start over. It's 0-0 again. 8-8, and with 24 seconds to go, Braves will kick it away. Humboldt will get the football back here, but what a first quarter.
No kidding.
Had a lot of stuff to like and dislike on for both teams.
Exactly. It's kind of weird how talk about two completely, totally different drives. You know, Humboldt, one play, and then broke one off for 60, and Council Grove pretty much chewed up the entire first quarter to get their 8 points, but doesn't matter how you do it as long as you can keep that game tied. So here we go. 24 seconds until we flip the field here, and wind has died down just a little bit. I noticed that when Humboldt did punt to us, it was a factor a little bit. So here we go. Number 2, Mason Sterling here on the near side. I can't quite see who's on the far side, set to return. Kay Goodell set to kick off for the Braves from his own 40. Going right to left from south to north. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line, brings it over here on the near side. And he is going to break one tackle, but he's not able to break the next tackle. And that returner is Brady Ginderman. Brady Ginderman, and I believe
that was David McDiffett, number 26, in on the solo tackle on special teams.
All right, here we go. Third possession for Humboldt, and barring an incomplete pass or quickly going out of bounds, it'll probably be the last play of the quarter. All squared up here. Sectional 2A playoffs. Trips to the far side, one single split here to the near side. Ellis in the pistol from his own 21-yard line. Claps his hands, going to be a lead play over there. He's going to go ahead and keep it, and he's going to be dropped. What a play by Hayden Buttry, not fooled on the option. What a squared-up tackle by Buttry.
Yeah, you don't want to run to number 5 side. He doesn't get fooled very often, and he really had everything in front of him to contain that edge run. If he did keep it, he stayed home. He was in his lane and made a great tackle for almost no gain. I think they gained about 6 inches on that play, and we're at the end of the first quarter.
All right. Well, get ready. Buckle up, Braves fans. We still got 3 more quarters left, all tied up here in Humboldt. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
About their doctors, clinics, convenient care, imaging, rehabilitation, surgical services, and much more on their website, mrcohosp.com. TCT has you covered for all your internet, streaming TV, and telephone needs with fast, reliable fiber broadband services. TCT is an authorized agent for Nextech Wireless with retail offices in Council Grove, Abilene, and Hillsboro. Visit tctelco.net for more information. Adams Home Store has been family owned and operated since 1969. They offer construction services for custom homes, outbuildings, boat docks, and more. Adams carries supplies for farmers and ranchers and has a big inventory of grilling, boating, and camping accessories. Located at 203 East Main in Council Grove, go Braves!
Welcome back, Braves fans. Had some good conversation with the faithful here at Humboldt. Bunch of great people here. We're trying to get them fired up.
Well, we're outside the booth. We're at the very top of the stand. So if you can picture, we are sitting with the Humboldt fans. They're listening to us call from the Council Grove perspective on their side of the stand. So everybody a little quiet. I don't know if it's us.
Ellis got trips here to the bottom. Going to be a quick pass here, a little wide receiver screen out here to the edge, and he's going to be hit, but not before he gets out to about the 20-yard line. A running back screen out of the backfield to Mason Sterling. Is able to pick up about 4. Is going to bring up 3rd down and about 6. I'm going to say it. I'm going to beat you to it, Jason. Big 3rd down.
Big 3rd down. Ball sitting at the 29-yard line. Braves trying to get the punter back out there again, trying to control the football. Humboldt can't score if they don't have it. Did you know that?
Exactly right. Going to have trips to the far side. Blake Ellis will have a running back to his right. Again, 3rd down and 6, clock winding here, 11:20. He's going to roll out, looking, sets his feet and tries to bump his way forward, breaks a tackle. What a play by Blake Ellis. Should have been tackled for a loss, and that kid rips off 7 yards and gets a 1st down. How did he get through
I don't know,
4 tackles?
Like a pinball, he's bouncing off tacklers, able to keep his legs. We went through the stats. He's got a lot of yards passing. He's got a lot of yards rushing the football. They roll him out there a little bit, give him the option, let him look things over, and, man, what a good run up to the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 for Humboldt Cubs on the 36-yard line. Twins here to the near, twins to the far. Ellis calling things there in the backfield. Going to be a quick look pass, going to go deep over the middle, and it is going to be in and out of the hands of number 81, Brady Ginderman.
I think he lost it.
Maybe lost it in the lights?
I think, he threw that kind of high. And I think when he looked back, he couldn't see the ball because he came wide open.
Yep.
We lost him a little there when Schmidt handed him off. Basically, I think safety was coming over to help, was a couple steps late, probably was going to make the play if he caught it. But he wasn't able to wrangle that thing as he looked up, probably into these amazing stadium lights they got. It was like we're sitting on the face of the sun down here.
Twins to the near, twins to the far. Matheson motion's going to go ahead and set up shop in the slot. QB keeper onto this near side trying to get to the edge is Ellis. What a tackle by Dylan Ellison. Meets Ellis and Ellison right at the 40-yard line. What a shot by both of them.
Yep, got to get low. I like the tackle. He wrapped him up, but he hit him kind of high. Keep those hands away from that face mask and get him wrapped up maybe a little bit lower there, but still a great play. Gets him on the ground just shy of the 40-yard line. Another huge 3rd down.
39 and a half yard line for Humboldt. And instead of trips, we're going to go 5 wide on the far side. Interesting formation here. See what Ellis decides to do out of this. Going to be a QB keeper, and Council Grove's not fooled. What a play
I think maybe
front.
Did the ball come out because Ace says he has it.
Whoa, oh my gosh.
Yep, Ace Monahan strips him of the football. I'm not sure if it hit the ground or he stripped him, but anyway, Council Grove's got the football at the 40-yard line.
And I tell you what, that had me nervous, Jason, because the last time that Council Grove was going to sell out, you had basically Ellis get behind one of his favorite linemen and rips off a 60-yard gain on that situation. I thought, oh my gosh, 5 wide, and here we go again. He's going to break one because of no help over the top. But what a play by Council Grove with the turnover, first turnover of the game. Council Grove got a chance to take a lead here in the second quarter.
9:42.
Landon Doty here at the bottom of your screen. Luke Stewart and Ace Monahan. Landon Doty in, well, apparently.
Little indecision or a little infighting on what the play call was, because I don't know that Landon was supposed to be in motion, but Ace went back and talked to Luke, and a little bit of confusion. So we're gonna talk about it.
All right, we'll take a quick break here. 9:42 left to play, quarter number 2, all squared at 8. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live Channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
The weather in Kansas is infamous as unpredictable. Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is ready to help you prepare for the upcoming season. Located on East Main and Council Grove, they are ready to support you with all your heating and cooling needs. Offering competitive pricing and specials, Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is here for you, supporting your Council Grove Braves and wishing them the best this season.
For over 13 years, Schwartweger Auto Sales has sold hundreds of cars in the Council Grove area. If you're in the market for a vehicle, stop by and visit me, or go to my website, cgautosales.com, Car Gurus, or Facebook Marketplace.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. 1st and 10 for the Braves after the turnover. Luke Stewart under center. It's going to be a counter to Ace Monahan. Stumbles his way forward to about the 37-yard line. Positive gain's going to pick up about 3. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Ace gets us started off the turnover. Gains 3 yards, gets the clock moving. 9:25. Ball game tied up 8-8. Braves have really possessed the ball a lot of the game so far. Burned up a lot of that first quarter on a drive that started around midfield.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 7 for the Braves. Clock winding here, nearing the 9-minute mark. One split to the near, one split to the far. Stewart going to be a handoff left side. Ace Monahan dragging defenders forward, and they're saying the ball came loose, and there's a turnover right back. So we strip and get one. 2 plays later, Humboldt strips and gets one right back.
Yep, they get the ball back just about 3 or 4 yards from where they fumbled the football. So quick change, quick turn. Be careful right here. This is where teams like to try to spring something on you. I would look for the ball maybe to go downfield.
Yep, keep an eye on, obviously, the quarterback, number 3, Ellis, and one of their big targets, one of their leading wide receivers, number 15, Mathis. We'll just have to see where he is lined up here. One-on-one coverage down at the bottom is Ginderson. Going to have a man in motion. That is Mathis. Sets up in the slot. 5-step drop. Here comes the screen, and he breaks the screen. That is Sterling. And he is going to spin his way out here, out to about the 47-yard line. So good screen play right at the sticks, and they're waving him on. So 10-yard pitch and catch on the screen for Humboldt.
Picked up 10 yards almost on the nose. So ball's at the 47-yard line. 8:41, 8:39, clock running.
So 2 kind of strange turnover situations. Ellis with a turnover, Monahan with a turnover, and neither one of them, in looking back, has fumbled much at all this year. Little pitch play out there. Sterling's going to be hit immediately, is able to push his way forward there on that far side. You see who got in on that tackle? Braun Fry on the hit, picked up about 2. Going to bring up 2nd and 8, ball right at midfield.
Reed Buttrey got off that block out there and was able to kind of hit him square in the chest and really slow that play down. If Reed doesn't get him, all he had to do was beat Braun, and there was a lot of green grass or turf.
All right, 2 twins here to the bottom of your screen, 2 twins to the top. Ellis got Sterling to his left. QB keeper, and he breaks his way forward, stumbles his way, first man there. Reed Buttrey again is able to shove his way forward, and considering they went for it on 4th and 2 on their own 40.
I think you got to stop them twice here.
I think you got to stop them twice, because I don't think Humboldt's going to be too terribly concerned or worried about.
Yeah, punting. At this point on the field. They've passed the 50. They showed that they would do it on the other side of the 50, so I think you're going to have to hold them here twice. So Braves will be looking to get into that backfield and maybe make the 4th down play a whole lot longer, or at least make the decision a little tougher.
Ellis, high snap, going to be a zone keeper on the ground, and it is going to be fumbled. Council Grove recovers, picked up by number 65, Cole Wilson. So little zone read there, and I think Ellis wanted to give. The running back thought he was going to keep, and it just puts it on the turf again. So and what's strange, Jason, is you're looking at 2 really disciplined teams all year long, very few turnovers. And we've got 3 turnovers in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes, right within 10 yards of
It's
each other.
just-
Like the ball hasn't moved, but between the 40 and the 50, right there in that edge of the field, let's hope the Braves can shake that off, get the football back, and usually a turnover spells a little bit of momentum, but turning the ball over themselves.
Stewart, quick pass over there on the far side, and I don't know if that was intended for Hayden Butcher or Levi Waring, but Luke Stewart set his feet and threw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that whizzed through the hands of 2 intended receivers, so we're not exactly sure.
Little amped up.
Little amped
maybe 6:58 to go here, second quarter. And Luke's still pretty amped up. Looked like that, trying to get it out quick, get the ball out of his hands, get it on that edge, give those guys somewhere to run. So Braves will break the huddle. 2nd and 10.
Ace Monahan not in the game at running back. So and he wasn't on the last play either. Something to keep an eye on. 5-step drop. Stewart over the middle, and it is caught. Caught, breaks a tackle, is able to push his way forward. Levi Waring, his first catch in the last 3 weeks, and it's a huge catch. Gets them down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. What a pitch and catch.
Man, that poster out in the middle of the field, he ran a great route, cut inside there. He's wide open, and Luke Stewart throws a missile right into his chest.
So
Clock's running 6:37. Braves first down, ball spotted just inside the 25.
Stewart claps his hands. Going to be a handoff here to the near side. That's going to be Blaze French. Breaks one tackle, is not able to break the next tackle, and is able to push himself forward to about the 23-yard line. Picks up about 1, so something to keep an eye on. I don't know where Ace is on that sideline, where he's at, but
yeah, I don't see. He's not sitting over. He's not sitting on the bench like they're looking at him. I don't know where he's at exactly. We'll see if we find him over there, but he's not in the game again.
All right, Stewart split backs. 2nd down, it's going to be a zone read. It's going to be a handoff to Blaze French, and he's going to be dropped back to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a 3-yard loss, and Ace Monahan is going to come back in. One of those things about Blaze French on the handoff, instead of just finding a spot and go, just kind of a little indecisive about which hole to hit
and I'm
there.
not sure if he knew if he was going to give it or not.
Yep.
Because on that zone read, he looked like it was kind of a late give, so he didn't have full possession of it to turn up. They were able to get him on the spot there. He loses a couple yards. 4's back in the game. Luke Stewart at quarterback. Ace set behind him.
In the pistol here, twins to the far, twins to the near. Stewart, quick pass over there on the far side. It's going to be caught, and what a one-on-one tackle over there on the far side. Hayden tried to set his feet and make a move. What a tackle over there on the far side.
Yeah, I think Hayden, like the rest of us, thought he could beat him. If he got the ball in his hands and he kind of stopped, he could maybe beat him and shake loose because he had a lot of field to work with if he gets loose over there. But great play on the outside by the Humboldt defender. So ball is going to be at the 26-yard line. It's 4th down and 11. Braves need the 9.
Here we go. Big 4th down. QB keeper by Luke Stewart. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought Council Grove might throw the ball there. It worked on the last possession when Council Grove scored. So went back to the well, tried to keep it. I don't know. You can't tell if he had an option there to throw it or not. He decides to tuck it. So the Braves will give it up on downs. They've flipped the field a little bit, all the way down to the 22-yard line. 4:24 on the clock. Second quarter, game's tied 8-8, and this thing's really turned into a turnover battle and kind of a stalemate.
Yep, had 2 huge plays, one by Ellison. Big pass play from Stewart to Landon Doty there on the previous drive. Going to be a zone read keeper. Pass out here to the far side. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle, but Braun Fry is able to shove him out of bounds there. So little zone read option pass over there on the far side. A lot of moving parts there for them to pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, you really got to be disciplined as they string that thing out. Everybody kind of in their lane. One guy on the quarterback, one guy out there on the receiver, and safety over the top. So Fry comes over and helps out, shoves him out of bounds. but not until they picked up 7 yards on that first down.
Trips here to the near, one split to the far side. Ellis claps his hands. Going to look to pass. He's going deep. React to the ball.
They saw it.
Oh.
Yep, Caden saw it.
Great job there by the Braves on that deep pass play. And so with a second down and short, Ellis decided to go deep again. But I tell you what, great job by the Council Grove Braves reacting, staying behind the receiver, and Ellis tried to dump it right in the breadbasket and a little bit too strong.
Yep, a little bit strong, put a lot of air into the ball, and Schmidt did a great job of turning back. He saw it early, so he was able to adjust, and I think one more step, he might come up with that.
Which, in the way the second quarter's been in the last 6 minutes,
wouldn't surprise you, would it?
The turnover machine here. All right, here we go. Man in motion. Goes into the slot. Going to be an option play for Ellis. Ellis decides to keep it, and he gets dropped short of the line to gain here. It's going to be third down, and to see where they're going to mark it, it's going to be 4th down and 2 on their own 31-yard line. Holy moly, Jason,
yeah,
what do you do here?
What a huge call, because this is the way this thing's been going. It's almost are they, you can tell both teams are settling in to what the other team wants to do offensively. There's been some turnovers. There's been some stops. I don't know if they'll punt.
Yep, and I'm wondering, Humboldt has all 3 timeouts left. They're letting the play clock wind down. I wonder if they're going to run some clock, let the play clock run down, call timeout, and discuss what they're going to do, and I think that's what they are going to do. Timeout Humboldt, 3:27 left to play. A huge moment of the game right here. Humboldt on their own 31-yard line, faced with a 4th and 2. What are they going to do? We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
To view my inventory, give me the opportunity to find you a vehicle that will fit your budget. With my low overhead, I can save you money, and I have financing available. Go Braves!
LuxNet has spent more than 32 years making marketing simple with great customer service, collaboration, and quality products. From invitations and flyers to business cards, postcards, brochures, and more. Visit LuxNetCorporation.com to learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. To learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. Did somebody say Taco Tuesday? El Rancho Viejo is just the spot for your south-of-the-border cravings with a full menu of made-to-order Mexican cuisine. And don't miss their $1.75 tacos on Tuesdays.
Whoops, sorry. So here we go. Sorry, Mindy. How many times did I say here we go before we actually got on the air? Got Mindy giggling. It looks like Ellis is going to drop back into punt formation, but as quick and as good as he is, you got to make sure that ball's away so something silly doesn't happen.
Yep, French
Here we
looks
go.
like he's playing a
and
little.
And he's gonna tuck it and pass, and he completes it for a first down. What a play call by Humboldt. Goes in punt formation, but goes on basically a speed out to the right and a first down. What a play call by Humboldt out of timeout.
Thank goodness Blaze French went with him. He did go with him as the gunner. On that side, just in case. You could tell we were aware that was maybe a possibility. Blaze not able to make a play on the ball, but stopped him right at the 35-yard line.
Twins here to the bottom. Ellis going to be a keeper on this left side. Mathis going to have a penalty flag. Going to be tackled there. Mathis is by Hayden Buttrey out to about the 37-yard line, but it's going to be holding on Humboldt. So realistically, other than a legal procedure / false start in the first quarter, is that their only second penalty?
Yeah, they played a pretty clean football game before that holding penalty. Holding can really, really set you back, get you off time with the chains. So they'll be set up 1st and 20, pushes it all the way back to the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go. Just for you Braves fans, Braves fans that may have tuned in late. Humboldt did have the ball to start the first quarter, so the Braves will have it coming out of the locker room. So need a huge stop here because they know they're going to get the ball to start the half. Braves look like they're going to bring pressure. Ellis up the gut, breaks one tackle, is not able to break another one, gets across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and long.
Keep everything in front, make tackles, try to they can eat through a lot of this clock. I don't know if you're Coach Hayes, if you get them to 3rd and long, if maybe you burn one, and see if you're going to get a punt out of them.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, with Humboldt, obviously in a tie ball game, no sense of urgency as far as trying to get through this to try to possibly maybe get a score, but you maybe get this back into third and manageable. Kind of makes you wonder if the play calling will change. Ellis going to just call his own number around this edge, and he's going to bounce it out to the outside. He's going to be still on his feet, and I tell you what, Jason, that kid's a lot tougher than what I anticipated. He is hard to bring down.
Hard to bring down, and he's slippery.
But a huge loss on a play. What a play by the defense. And again, one thing with Ellis, he's very, very fast. Tried to get to that edge, but the speed of the outside linebackers in the corners forced him back inside and made the play.
Reed Butchie really set the edge. He couldn't get around him, so he had to cut it back up. And Reed had his buddies there come in and help not really clean it up, just hit him enough to get him on the ground.
Trips to the far side. Huge third down and 18 to go. Braves need to get a stop here, try to get this ball back before the quarter break. Going to be a play-action pass. Another penalty flag. Ellis is going deep. He's got a man wide open, and we're going to have another penalty flag. So we're going to have a penalty flag in the backfield, a pass interference on this side. So we're going to basically have offsetting penalties, and I think we're going to have to
replay the down.
I think we're going to have to replay 3rd and 18 and make everybody sweat again.
Yep, it's gonna offset on the pass interference. Blaze not able to get his head around on that long pass play downfield. They'd already thrown the flag on the hold that kind of freed him up to get his feet set. Hutchison was applying pressure up the middle.
But if you think about it realistically, this pass interference on the defense, holding on the offense, wave your hands to and fro, and we're going to have a offsetting penalty. But you don't like the pass interference, but in high school it's not a spot foul. So irregardless of, because Blaze could have either only give up 15 yards to the 50-yard line
instead of 60.
Instead of 60. So it was actually a great penalty other than the fact that it's offsetting. So, my gosh, Jason, let's do 3rd and 18 again. Why is the clock running after that penalty flag? I have no idea because the pass was incomplete. Anyway, we're running a clock. Ellis, 5-step drop, trying to set up, and he is going to be dropped. Call a timeout, Coach Hayes.
Yep, I think
Coach Hayes is going to call a timeout and make them punt. What a play by Council Grove. Darren Reddick, defensive coordinator, decides to dial up some pressure. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. Set the stage here for you. 38 seconds to play. With the loss, or they haven't spotted the ball yet, it's going to be 4th down and back down to the 16-yard line. So it's going to be fourth down in Burlington.
Well, it's on the city limits of Chanute is where they got that thing sitting on the south end of the field. So, yeah, 38 seconds to go. They're going to punt. They're going to punt this from, it looks like, the 17-yard line is where it's spotted. So he's going to punt it from inside the 10.
Yep. So, hey, Jay, surely, I mean, Ellis is a stud, but surely your coach isn't going to drop him back into punt formation and expect to have that kid pick up a 4th and 28, is he?
Well, you'd think with 38 seconds you go ahead and you kick it and try to get to the locker room, but hey, it's playoff football.
Yeah, it's playoff football, and you'd like to think that with, Council Grove has no timeouts left. By the way, the wind's starting to blow straight down here, so I have to wait and see. So Ellis is going to set up shop at about his own 5-yard line. Landon Doty will be just on past midfield at about the 48. And you would like to get a good return or a fair catch so you have the ball at least at the 50-yard line. So hold your breath here, Braves fans at home. We'll see if they actually get the punt off here, and you'd like to think they would. Ellis does get it away, end over end. It's going to be caught by Landon Doty off his face mask. He's going to try to return it. He is. Across the 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, gets the sideline and finally shoved out of bounds. What a return by Landon Doty down to the 30. 25 seconds left. Do you see any flags?
Nope.
I don't see any flags.
No flags on the play. So with 25 seconds and no timeouts, Coach Hayes is within range to take numerous shots to the end zone.
Yep, and I tell you what, when Landon played that off his face mask, I could just see that ball shooting about 10 yards in front of him, but he's able to gather it in and ripped off a good run. So here we go. 25 seconds. No timeouts left for Council Grove. The only time it'll stop is incomplete passes, out of bounds, and first downs. So here we go. Luke Stewart, sophomore quarterback, twins to the far side. Man in motion is Buttrey. Rolls out to his right, looking, breaks one tackle, gets out to the edge, looking. He's going to go ahead and tuck it and run and just get out of bounds and live to fight another day.
Yep.
That did take 8 seconds, but whew,
yep.
It was a stressful 8.
It was a good job, though. He needed to either throw that away or get to the boundary. So he does lose a few seconds on the play, but with 17 seconds, you can basically run. You can run all your downs on pass plays.
Yep, and one thing that I like about Stewart was the fact that he could have forced it downfield, but that could have led to a pick 6 as well. You know you're going to get the ball to start the second half. You got great field position. You'd like to try to get something out of it, but just don't force anything if it's not there. Stewart claps his hands, 5-step drop, looking. He's going to go deep. He's got Levi Waring. He's got Levi Waring. He catches it inbound, slides to about the 3. Hustle up there. Get up there.
You got to get up there. You got to get up there and spike it.
What a throw by Stewart. Clock will start, and we're going to spike it real quick.
Oh!
And Mathis tried to sneak in and intercept the spike.
Yeah, he jumped.
Actually, he was really close to intercepting the spike, wasn't he?
He was. He dove through there. I don't think any of the offensive linemen thinking he was going to be that aggressive, and he almost got through there.
That would be something that you probably never seen, intercepting, basically trying to spike the ball. But here we go. What a pitch and catch from Luke Stewart to Levi Waring, who hasn't caught a pass in like 3 weeks, with 2 huge catches in this game.
If you run the ball and you don't get in, the game goes to half. So you have to throw the ball, or you got to be real sure.
Yep. So here we go. Play action pass. Stewart looking, and it's almost intercepted. Woo!
With 1 second on the clock, they're going to get one more crack at it. But, man, if he throws that more to the outside, Waring can react to the ball away from the defender, but he threw it to the inside, and Humboldt almost jumps that route.
Yep, and I'm looking at that kid's body language. I don't see his number, and he literally, if he picks that, he might go 108 yards to the end zone.
Well, he's got to outrun Levi Waring.
There you go. All right, here we go. 1 second on the game clock. One more play till we go to halftime. Because I need a break. Stewart claps his hands. Going to be a handoff left side into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Ace Monahan. What a gamble by Coach Hayes on a lead play to that left side.
Well, he knew with 1 second you weren't getting in at a play no matter what. We looked like we were going to pass it, and, man, what a play call. Ace Monahan finds the end zone, and we're going to get the football coming out of halftime. But this is a huge untimed down here, trying to go for 2, I assume, to make this game 16-8.
So second 1-yard touchdown run for Ace Monahan in this game. And again, like Jason mentioned, untimed down right here. Try to push this thing up to an 8-point lead. Pass over here in the middle, and it is caught. Landon Doty with a 2-point conversion. So Braves with back-to-back 2-point conversions after the touchdowns. Braves lead it here in Humboldt, 16-8 over the Humboldt Cubs. We're going to take a little break, and we'll try to catch our breath and wrap this first half on a bow, because this game will give you all you want and more. I'm having heart palpitations. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you, Mindy. Hey, we're going to head to break. We'll be back here shortly. Again, Braves lead the Cubs 16-8. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
Be sure to try one of their famous margaritas while you're dining in. Open 7 days a week. Find them downtown Council Grove. Alcogen is a global leader in developing and providing high-performance specialty materials designed to positively impact the environment. If you're looking for an inspiring and exciting career as part of a team who is passionate about its mission, work, customers, and the community,